Welcome back to Trigger Point Tuesday. First of all, I want to apologize about the lighting and apologize about the positioning. I'm here in Rochester, Minnesota. I'm working with the Mayo Clinic tomorrow, so kind of stuck in a hotel room. Alright, so I've been traveling all day, been stuck over in this kyphotic position, squished in between people on the airplane. Start to get tight. So what we're going to go through today is I'm going to combine some things. I'm going to talk real quick about a travel plan and what if somebody can't get down on the ground. I talked with a guy in the airport today that didn't want to get down on the ground and roll. So we're going to take the TP factor ball here and we're going to get a release through the thoracic spine, through the pecs, and reintroduce some motion with staying right here up against the wall. So the first thing we're going to do is take it right here next to the shoulder blade. We're going to get into the rhomboids and some of those spinal erectors. Now, to add pressure, you can obviously bend your knees and just lean back into it how you feel necessary. Now here I want to get a little bit of that thoracic extension over the ball. Once we build that compression, then I'm going to add some motion into this arm. So remember, the key is reintroducing that mobility. I'm going to do this about 4 times. Once I get that, I'm going to take this and slide it up a vertebrae. So I'm going to slowly work up each thoracic spine, build a compression, slide extension, and then I'm going to get upward rotation of that shoulder blade. And I'd go all the way up that inside part of the shoulder blade there. Then I'm going to take it up and I'm going to get the trap. So I'm going to use this hand here to stabilize it just a bit, and I'm going to pin this right up against where that trap goes. Now if I want to go a little bit lower, get to that supraspinatus, I can drop this ear over. That's going to put slack in that upper part of the trap, and then we can get to that supraspinatus. Once we get there, we can apply some pressure because it's probably going to be tender. Big deep breath in, and after a few seconds, just start to move this arm. Doesn't have to be anything specific for this one. We just want to get some motion out of that. Spend a little bit of time there to get that to relax. Once we go through the rhomboids, then we go through that upper trap. Now we're going to get the pec. This is just the traditional pec manipulation. Build a compression here. Elbows up for that traction. We're going to get 2 pivots and then 2 pulls. Shoulder blade comes back, so you're moving that muscle and ball at the same time. We're going to repeat that for 4 times. Do this on both sides. As soon as you get that mobility, then you can go into a basic pec stretch. A lat stretch would work fine, something to reintroduce that motion here to the anterior part of the body. And then we're going to go into some activation for the serratus anterior, and we're going to be sure to integrate the core in with this. So here we're going to take the forearms just right up against the wall, engage the core. I'm going to come up onto my toes so I can also engage the glutes, calves, and quads. And all I'm going to do here is go into protraction as I lift up, and then come back down. Push up, and back down, up, and down. Repeat that 10 to 12 times, nice or slow. Something else I love to do immediately after that is just go right into a bear crawl. Make sure you keep that nice stable spine, keep that core engaged, and that compression is going to help activate all these muscles around the shoulders. And bear crawls are hard work. So that's what we have for Trigger Point Tuesday. If you're ever traveling, if you're sitting at a desk and you need a little bit of work but you can't get down on the ground, grab your Trigger Point factor ball and use the wall and bodyweight compression to reintroduce that motion. Always get the thoracic spine, go into those upper part of the trap, especially if you're stressed out, and then get that pec, and then reintegrate the nervous system back into that movement pattern. So that's it for today. Hope you enjoy it. Remember to leave your comments on Facebook, and if you have any ideas, don't hesitate to pop a question up there, and I'll be sure that I do some research on it and I can integrate it into our Trigger Point Tuesday. So thank you again for joining me, and we'll see you next week.